Mike's Daily Podcast.
I have not been in this room in a long time. Wow. Everything still works in here. I mean, here at Cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. The last place on earth. And I did a podcast yesterday. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Hey. Antibodies. Everybody's got an antibody. Oh, that's what's going on.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I couldn't hear myself, and that's probably a good thing because this podcast relies on you hearing me singing the song.
Daily.
And then I realized
Podcast.
I had not been singing.
Yeah!
It's one of those podcasts today. It's a Friday podcast. It's a holy mackerel, what a week podcast. Some people I know got let go from their jobs. That was tough. One of those type of podcasts. Living in a bunker, that can be bizarre. And now mandatory face masks, so everybody's walking around looking like they're from a Mad Max movie. That's interesting. And people talking about over and over again about antibodies. That I think I might have had the coronavirus back in January. I wonder if I have antibodies. I heard a couple people talk about that. The fascination with antibodies. Is that something that we should be thinking about all the time? That, I don't know. And the coronavirus has apparently an aversion to sunlight. It is like a vampire. It does not like sunlight. It doesn't like UV rays. Apparently, they've done a test, and the coronavirus was able to survive indoors for like an hour, and then outside 1 minute. Which tells us what I've been saying, what a lot of your smart friends have been saying. Go outside.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Go outside and breathe, and don't breathe on somebody or have someone breathe on you, but, get out there and enjoy. It's springtime. Probably not in the South, but in the Bay Area anyway, the weather's fantastic. So it's great going out. Okay, so I had to go in early today to my job, and because someone was feeling sick, so I was there at the ready to help out. And nobody on the roads, just a few people. Usually at the time I drove Basel, there would have been a traffic jam, massive traffic jam. Nothing. It was wonderful. So here I am with my mask, looking all cool. Let's do a podcast picture from 2 days ago. One of the outdoor walks. Beautiful outside, enjoying the fresh air and the greenery. You can see that at MikesDailyPodcast2019Antibody and all the past podcast pictures. Joe Biden says that Trump might delay the 2020 presidential election. I don't think that has ever happened, has it? The pandemic has sparked a debate over mail-in voting. And I think he's going to try and kick back the election somehow, come up with some rationale why it can't be held. And that's interesting to me. I've completely forgotten that there is an election happening with all that's going on. That was all that we were thinking about at the beginning of the year, at the end of last year. Is it going to be Bernie? Is it going to be Biden? Is it going to be who? Is Warren going to stick around? And then, then there was for a hot minute that Bloomberg. And now that's still happening. But is it still happening? That's the big question. Questions. Last show was called Arrest. And I think I tried to do a little arresting of myself, or just trying to rest a little bit, and it's impossible. So I'm a little tired today, a little wonky on today's podcast. Only Colorado, Hawaii, Oregon, Washington, and Utah conduct their elections entirely by mail. More than half of states allow voters to participate in elections via absentee ballots without needing an explanation. Trump has expressed concern about large-scale mail-in voting, arguing it has tremendous potential for voter fraud and for whatever reason doesn't work out well for Republicans. So that's what's happening with that. What is mesoblast? This is a term that I just heard mentioned moments ago. It is a developing allergenic cellular medicines company to target multiple disease pathways in a number of complex diseases where inflammation plays a central role. And apparently their stock gained 57% last year. And they're working on this, apparently working on trying to beat COVID-19. Their COVID-19 treatment shows promise. As we go outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, just about anyway, and hopefully your weekend is good. My plan is to go to the beach today. I need to see the ocean. I need to see seagulls and hear them make that crazy noise. And then also I need to see the horizon going out into infinity. I need that badly. So I'm going to try and do that today. And we're going to try and take Basil the Boxer with us. It'll be the first time he's been to the beach since he cannot walk on his own anymore. So that'll be an interesting journey. I'll have to let you know how that goes. But you can let me know what you think about this very wonky podcast today. And if you think you have antibodies too from the coronavirus, because apparently we've had it and didn't know it. That's what I hear a lot of. I had it and I didn't know it. Maybe I didn't know it and I had it. 336mm daily, that's 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM is in Mike Matthews. Daily is in what this podcast will try to be for the next couple of days. Now we're outside a cafe anyway. And it's so beautiful today. Such nice weather. That's why you need to get out and enjoy it. Okay, hold on 1 second. What's Mike doing? Mike walked away and I just don't want the bugs going inside. Look who's out here at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley 10 today.
Hello, Michael Matthews. It's Madame Rootabega. And what are you talking about today? Antibodies? Oh.
Yes, antibodies. They're the bodies that help fight the things that are anti your body.
Oh.
Do you have antibodies?
Yes.
Do you like Fridays?
Yes.
Are you going to the beach?
No.
Why not?
It's Sandy.
It is. Look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, this picture from your walk is very nice from the other day there.
Yeah, it's great. Do you know that?
We all look like bank robbers out here with our masks on, standing 8 feet apart. Oh, well, next show it's going to be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. I'm so glad I did a podcast today. You're welcome. That was episode 2019. That was last year. That was a pretty good year. I was with my lovely lady friend for like a year, and we did some fun things. Okay. Ending on a high note.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!